Hey, how's it going, everyone? Very happy and excited to be back today. I am so happy to know that this channel is doing what it needs to do in terms of helping you guys determine what sizes are best for you as far as jewelry goes. Very happy about that, guys. It makes all the work that I'm putting into this channel completely worth it. Makes me very happy to know that you guys are finding value in this. Please let me know in a comment if there's anything I can do better, anything in particular you guys would like to see. While I'm waiting for that comment, let's get into what we're gonna be discussing today. One of the awesome subscribers of this channel reached out and they said, Joe, what stack do you think would be good? I'm looking for something pretty minimalist, but it'll also give me a big presence when I walk into the room. Now, you guys might have noticed on the last video that I put out, I was talking to you guys about smaller chains, chains at smaller widths, and how you can stack them in order to make them amazing for you. And they would be much less expensive than if you were to just buy a couple of big chains or just one big chain in general. So I picked out of my collection a few different chains that I thought would benefit this particular subscriber, and maybe you guys will benefit from it too. I'm gonna read those chains off to you right now. I'm gonna showcase those chains to you, and then we're gonna also talk about stacking them to see what you get when you stack all this stuff together. So what we're gonna be looking at today is a 2.5 millimeter rope chain, at a 3 millimeter round box chain, 3.5 millimeter Franco chain, 3.5 millimeter herringbone chain, and then we're gonna look at a 4 millimeter flat box. Now, the reason I chose these particular chains out of my collection is because these chains, every single one of them, in my opinion, offer you a lot of look compared to the amount of money that you're gonna be spending on them, okay? They're giving you a large look for a small cost. And of course, it's all relative. You might think that it's not a large look, or you might think that it's more expensive, or whatever the case might be. But in my opinion, out of the stuff that I had to choose from, I chose these particular chains because they were on the smaller side, and because I feel these particular chains give you a good look visually. Now, you guys, if you're not familiar with this channel, or if you are familiar with this channel, I'll just remind you. My name is Joe. I'm 5'6" tall. I am 150 pounds, so I'm not a big guy, so keep that in mind when it comes to these reviews. And I'm gonna be talking to you, showcasing the stuff that we're looking at from 12 feet away from the camera. So if you guys are familiar with this channel, the reason why it is called from a distance sizing is because I like to show you guys what chains will look like from a distance. This point in time, I am 12 feet away from the camera. So that's gonna give you guys a very realistic view of what these chains will look like on you. Let's get right into this. So here around the neck, I have a 2.5 millimeter rope chain. You guys might be looking at this, or you might not, but you guys might be looking at this 2.5 millimeter rope, and you might be thinking, man, Joe, that rope looks really big. Well, first of all, I'm pretty close to the camera. I'm gonna come up just a little bit closer, give you guys a good look. This is a 2.5 millimeter rope, okay? So keep that in mind. I'm now gonna give you this look from a distance. Check it out. You guys might be surprised what a 2.5 millimeter rope might do for you. Now remember, I'm 5'6", I'm not all that big, okay? But in my opinion, a rope, and I've said this many times in the past, a rope chain, no matter what size it is gonna give you a good look from a distance, because it is a chunky chain. So if you're looking at me right now, you might be very surprised at what this millimeter can do for you. It really blows my mind. Maybe it's just me, I don't know, let me know. Let's move on to the next chain. This is a 3 millimeter round box chain. So let's get an up close view of what this looks like. Check it out. Beautiful chain. And it gives you a nice thick look, just like the rope chain does. Let's move back with this 3 millimeter. Moving back, moving back. All right, we are 12 feet away. Coming up to the camera. Again, this is going to give you, in my opinion, a very decent look compared to what you actually have to pay in order to get that look. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so around the neck we have a 3.5 millimeter Franco. Beautiful. So let's move back with this chain. We'll take it from 12 feet away. And again, I'm just showing you each of these chains individually, even though they are on the small side, because I want you guys to get a good idea of what they might look for you. I mean, I'm doing the video, I might as well show you what it looks like anyway. And you guys might be surprised, these particular chains have a lot of mass when it comes to their actual size. All right, now this is a 3.5 millimeter herringbone. We have the 3.5 millimeter herringbone. Let's take a look at that from a distance. I love these chains. You don't really see them too often, but when you do see them, the people that wear them typically really know how to rock them. I love the fact that they look solid. I love that solid look. There's no gaps in them. I really, really like it. It's very classy. It's very classic. It's very nice to wear. All right, coming back up. Again, this is a 3.5 millimeter. Let's move on to that 4 millimeter. This is the biggest that we're gonna go today on purpose because we're looking at smaller sized chains today, okay? This is a 4 millimeter flat box chain. Very, very nice. Absolutely beautiful. Let's take this from 12 feet away to get a good idea, and then we'll show you them together. All right. There you go. Let's move on to the finale. All right, we're back. Now, with a combined millimeter thickness, right? If we were to combine all of the millimeters of each chain, we have a total millimeter, if you want to put it like that, of 16.5 millimeters, okay? Now, 16.5 millimeters is a large, that's a large size. Would somebody be happy walking around with a 16.5 or 16 millimeter solid chain? Sure, there's plenty of people who would, but some people would feel like that's, number one, maybe a little bit too much for one chain. Others might feel like it's just way too expensive, but at the end of the day, buying individual chains and stacking them up, depending on what you're buying, of course, you know, everything's relative, but buying individual chains is more than likely going to give you the same exact look as a thick solid chain, and it's also going to give you an amazing opportunity to save money. So I'm super happy that this subscriber asked this question. I'm grateful that that last video was helpful. What would I personally do, if I was ever gonna wear this amount of chains, right? If I was ever gonna do the Mr. T.
What's with these shoes all taped up looking tacky?
These shoes keep me humble.
I would personally throw them in my shirt. I'm gonna give you guys the look from further away with the 16.5 stack, 16.5 millimeter stack. I'm gonna show you guys from 12 feet away so you guys can get a good look of what that's like inside my shirt. And the reason why is because we're looking to see realistic expectations. Realistic expectations. We want to be able to see this stack from further away. All right? Now I'm going to throw it outside the shirt. Okay? Check it out. We're going to back up. 12 feet away. All right, we're going to come forward again. Again, each of these chains were chosen individually by me out of my collection because they were all on the smaller side. And I wanted to show a smaller chain with a larger presence. Do you guys have to have these particular chains only? No. Even a flat link chain, a standard flat link chain, has a large presence with less weight to it. So it's going to give you a larger presence for less money. So that's the whole idea behind this video. It was a great question that was asked. I'm very happy to be able to do this video. I'm happy that you guys found value in that last video. And I'm grateful to know that this channel is doing what it needs to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope it was beneficial. Look forward to talking to you all soon. I'll catch you guys at the next one.